Free electricity, farm loan waivers, two-wheelers for girls, and financial assistance for women were among the many inducements, or freebies as some may call them, that dominated the campaigns of parties across most of the 5 states that voted between 7th and 30th November. The impact of freebies can be inferred from the results, particularly given the one-upmanship between the two major national parties, the BJP and the Congress, in outdoing each other with giveaways. Hello and welcome to The Print. I am Amogh Rohmetra and I bring to you this report with inputs from my colleagues Iram in Bhopal and Prasad in Hyderabad. In MP, Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan pledge of Rs 1,250 as monthly financial assistance for women under the Ladli Behna Yojana has been a force behind BJP's revival in the state even after 18 years of rule. In Telangana, like other states, the Congress, BJP and BRS were in a three-sided race to announce the freebies. The Congress may have offered the most appealing selections since it has won a majority in the state. Chhattisgarh, where the BJP presents a slightly different scenario. Political analysts suggest that offering freebies may not necessarily give a huge edge in the state, but not doing so could be a significant disadvantage. In Rajasthan, the Congress failed to break the anti-incumbency trend of the past 3 decades, despite the campaign riding on the promises made by Ashok Gehlot-led government ranging from ration kits to free electricity and the Chiranjeevi health insurance scheme. However, the impact of freebies on elections is nuanced, varying across states. Their effectiveness hinges on factors such as regional context, governance, credibility, and voter perception. Political analysts who spoke to The Print said that some states, like Madhya Pradesh, are more responsive to populist promises, while others, like Mizoram, are less so. Let's take a look at all 5 states. In Chhattisgarh, where BJP surprised many by securing a majority on its own, political analysts believe freebies played an important role in Chhattisgarh elections. The incumbent Congress had promised Rs 15,000 as annual financial assistance to women in the state. The BJP countered this by promising 12,000 each other as financial aid for married women. The Congress promised loan waivers, paddy procurement at Rs 3,200 per quintal, and procurement of Tenu leaves at Rs 5,500 per sack. The Congress had also pledged to waive off the loans of self-help groups and those availed of by women under Saksham Yojana. BJP, which was reduced to 15 seats in 2018, promised subsidized LPG cylinders, Rs 10,000 per year to landless agricultural labourers, and paddy procurement at 3,100 per quintal, among other things. Anupama Saxena, head of the Department of Political Science at Guru Ghasidas Vishwavidyalaya in Chhattisgarh's Bilaspur, said that while freebies are an important factor, they are not the determinants of the electoral outcome. She had an interesting observation about freebies. She said, and I quote, "Freebies are not a single factor, but if they are not there, there will be damage. And if they are, they might not benefit parties as much because people then take freebies for granted," said Saxena, who is also state coordinator of Lokniti CSDS. Next is Rajasthan. While the BJP has emerged triumphant in the keenly contested Rajasthan polls, the Congress has managed to give some fight. It hasn't lost as badly as it did in 2003 and 2013. With 66 seats, the Congress has doubled its count in the state compared to its oustings in 2003 and 2013. The Ashok Gehlot-led government was quick to announce freebies well before the Model Code of Conduct came into effect. The Congress promised free electricity up to 100 units for households, up to 2,000 units for farmers, and an LPG subsidy. Additionally, the government committed to distributing free ration kits and providing laptops to students enrolling in government colleges. Furthermore, the Gehlot-led government pledged to double the coverage under the flagship Chiranjeevi health insurance scheme to rupees 50 lakh and provide women with an annual stipend of rupees 10,000 under the Griha Lakshmi Yojana. What was the BJP's counter? It promised cylinders at rupees 450, rupees 50 lower than what the Congress promised, and free two-wheelers for meritorious class 12 students. The EC data shows that turnout of women voters was slightly higher than that of men in Rajasthan. Madhya Pradesh is a clear example of how freebies or welfare schemes can impact elections. Though BJP swept Madhya Pradesh, the state witnessed a close contest between the ruling BJP and opposition Congress in doling out freebies to curry favor with voters. BJP leaders claim that the party rode on the wave of its Ladli Behna Yojana to come to the power in the state for the fifth time in 20 years. The Congress too, sensing that welfare schemes could make or break its prospects, announced rupees 1500 as a monthly stipend for women under the Nari Samman Yojana to counter the BJP. Free electricity up to 100 units and loan waivers for farmers were among the many other promises made by both key players. Dr. Virendra Singh Matsania, a political analyst and assistant professor with the Department of Economics at Dr. Hari Singhor Vishwavidyalaya in Sagar, suggested that MP's electorate was particularly susceptible to the lure of freebies. The BJP, despite Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself criticizing quote-unquote reverie culture, promised to match the Congress freebie for freebie in states that went to polls, he added. Matsania, however, underlined that executing these promises will pose critical challenges for any party that comes to power. India's youngest state, Telangana, witnessed the Congress winning a historic mandate. It gave voters a menu of freebies to pick from, as did the BRS and BJP. The BRS's flagship Raitu Bandhu scheme, which entitles farmers in the state to rupees 10,000 per acre each year, was considered one of the key factors that ensured Chief Minister KCR's return to power in 2018. But it failed to woo the state's farmers this time around. The Congress had promised to raise this entitlement to rupees 15,000 per acre, to which the BRS reacted by pledging rupees 16,000 per acre. Both parties also promised gas cylinder subsidies and monthly financial assistance for women, rupees 3,000 if the BRS returned to power, and rupees 2,500 if the Congress was able to trounce the incumbent. As you can see on your screens, BJP also made some similar promises. Additionally, the Congress vowed to provide free electricity up to 200 units, countering the KCR-led BRS government's promise of offering farmers round-the-clock power at no cost. Akunuri Murali, political commentator and retired IS officer from Telangana, said that voters have become receptive to such doles. Freebies are definitely showing an impact on poll outcomes, he said. However, he pointed out that freebies alone cannot guarantee victory. In all the buzz around freebies, there also lies the unique case of Mizoram. Counting is still underway in Mizoram. It was the only poll-bound state where the promise of freebies didn't take center stage in election campaigns. Neither of the two key regional players in the state, the Mizo National Front, MNF, which is fighting to stay in power, nor the Zoram's People Movement, ZPM, had included any major welfare schemes in their poll promises. But the ZPM, led by Lal Duhoma, pledged a corruption-free government. The Congress, which has always been a prominent force in the state, promised cylinders at subsidized prices and return of the old pension scheme for government employees. The BJP in turn promised rupees 1.5 lakh cumulative financial assistance for every girl child. Professor J. Dongle of the Department of Political Science at Mizoram University has an explanation for this. He said, "There hasn't been a lot of talk about freebies because voters in Mizoram are realistic. They don't favor free things here and there." He told the print that most voters in the state are more concerned about common interest than self-interest. Thank you for watching. Do tune in for more political updates and analysis from the print.